Today's hike is day 2 of my weekend trip to Dorset. It follows the coast to reach this ledge and a tidal pool. It's called Dancing Ledge. The hike is easy, but there is one big challenge. You need to climb down the rocks to get to the ledge, and you need to check the tide times. More on that later. The full hike is about 8 miles long. This is a route. Let me show you. I set off early from Swanage, partly because I was getting the train back to London later, but also because I had checked the tide times before heading out, and low tide was in the morning. I could only get to where I was going when the tide is out. The walk follows the coast path the whole way to get there. It's a little bit hilly, with civilised path, less civilised path, some caves, sea views, scratchy bushes, and after about 4-ish miles you'll reach the path down to Dancing Ledge. Now, this is where things get tricky. You need to climb down a sheer rock face. This is actually a popular rock climbing spot. Figuring out which part to climb down is the first challenge. I'd been here before but couldn't remember. However, I had a video of my ex climbing down, so I watched it back to see the spot, and my camera had to go away for this last bit as both hands, feet and full concentration was needed. Then I made it and was straight in. This place is quite something. You can see there what I had to climb down. Then had breakfast number 2, had a play with my drone. It's an expensive toy, but I justify it for shots like this. Then all the school kids turned up, which was my cue to leave, but first had a wander along the ledge, then climbed back up and made my way back to Swanage. I tried a different route back to avoid the scratchy bushes, which didn't work. Then when I got back, had some time to spare, so had some more beach time before catching a bus back to the station to go back to London. And that's all. Bye.